Hi, this is Ken. So this is a revisit to one of the cards I made for the designer challenge a couple months ago. This was an accordion card because the theme was music. So the inspiration was to use the keyboard, and I was thinking what I could use to create something a little more special. And at that point, it was the Olympics, and Celine Dion sang Edith Piaf song, and I went back and listened to her music and heard a lot of accordion. So I thought, let's do an accordion with the piano pop. So here's the cover. Even though this is all backwards, because I did the accordion first and then did the rest of the card. But for this card, here's the stencil I used. I used picket fence paper glaze in bee sting gold, which gave it a really smooth effect. I wanted this card to be really minimalist, and I didn't want it to be too crowded with a lot of stuff, so I kept taking stuff away from it. I had stuck on there, different tchotchkes and words and quotes and stuff, but eventually they all got taken away because I liked this simpler, more, um, I guess, more stunning look because of the red and the gold. So this was something that I tried a little bit to figure out, which was a simple notch that hooked made the closure for the whole thing. This is a Lorna label that is used to sign the card. This card is in the A6 size, which is 4.5 by 6.25. I actually like this size a lot. I like it more than A2 because it gives me a little bit more space to squeeze all the mechanisms I can to fit in there. But like I said, this was a while ago, so I'm trying to remember what I did altogether. I know I did the piano pop um, piano mechanism first, and I propped it up, and I added 1/2 inch to make it 2.5 inches because I needed that width, that depth to create these two sleeves that will in turn be the two hinges for my accordion, the two sides. So my next step was taking two of these, basically the candy box sleeve, and I went and I stenciled it with these Stampedia stencils and did them in gold as well because I wanted everything to be just gold and red and black and white. So, and for those little dots, because was researching. Every time I do a card, I research for a long time about, especially the stuff I don't know. So I realized there's one side with all these amazing. I don't even know how they play this instrument with all these keys. So I found a Brutus Maroon stencil that's meant to be used as stitching. So I used those holes to add in some white fluffy stuff and made it into the keys. The whole thing is actually, after I folded the red lighter weight paper in opposite sides, they were attached at the bottom in a V-shaped contraption. Basically, I just glued them together because they're lightweight, they're easy to glue together. And then I stuck them onto the two sides. What's important was for me to figure out which side to put the gold stencils, because what needs to happen is to, when it folds down, obviously the piano keys folds, but the top two, which I had stuck mini band boxes in, they need to collapse as well. So one collapse a certain way, one direction, and one collapse the other direction. So I got to get that figured out. And once that's done and has a closure, then it's only attached by the keyboard, and the keyboard is attached to the backside of one side of the accordion, and the accordion is attached to the red accordion part, and that just has the last part hanging there, just sort of clinging there. And I had a gusset, which was about, let's see, the gusset was 1/4 inches for that gusset, and the notch I placed in there, I punched in there before I placed the the background paper. So other than that, you can see the band boxes. One goes to the right and one goes to the left. That actually took me a while to figure out because I wanted to make it bigger, but then somehow eventually it just worked out to this size. And even in the piano itself, the piano keys itself, I added in some cardboard in this L shape, so it gives it some shape and it's not collapsed completely, that it's just flattened. For the cover of the accordion, I wanted it to be something completely simple. It was going to be something extravagant, but I just went on to Adobe Stock and found one that looked just most like the accordion I created, and then I adjusted the black and white, printed it out with my laser printer, and ran it through my fuse machine, and I thought that was it. Along with the music notes in the back, I thought I was surprised that actually that many people liked it because it was very simple compared to some other stuff I've done. But thank you for liking it, and if there's any more questions, just let me know. Okay? Thanks.